Imagine selling a painting just to buy dinner. Years later, that same painting is sold for hundreds of millions of dollars and becomes one of the most expensive artworks in the world. This is the story of a poor painter who never imagined his destiny would change so dramatically. The painting that paid for a meal. In a small town lived a painter named Armin. He was not a famous artist. In fact, many people believed that painting was merely a hobby and would never bring him success. Armin lived in poverty. His house was modest, his clothes were worn, and he often had to choose between buying paint or buying food. Yet one thing never left him, his love for art. Every day, he painted what he saw: children smiling in the streets, the warm glow of the afternoon sun, and the dreams he carried in his heart. Even so, almost no one wanted to buy his paintings. One cold evening, Armin had only a few coins left in his pocket. He had not eaten properly all day. Reluctantly, he carried one of his finest paintings to the local art market. He waited for hours. No one showed any interest. Then, an elderly man stopped in front of him. "I like this painting," the man said, "but I only have a little money." Armin gave a faint smile. He knew that if he refused, he might not have anything to eat that night. "All right," he replied. And so, the painting was sold for a very small amount. That evening, Armin returned home with a few pieces of bread. What he did not know was that this simple decision would become the beginning of a miracle. Years later, time passed. Armin continued painting despite his struggles. He never chased fame. He simply wanted to express his heart on canvas. Unknown to him, the painting he had once sold so cheaply began changing hands among collectors. People admired the uniqueness of his brushstrokes and the emotions captured in the artwork. Slowly, Armin's name started gaining recognition. Art galleries began exhibiting his work. Critics described him as a painter who could bring emotions to life through color. Then came the day that changed everything. An international auction house announced that Armin's old painting would be offered to collectors from around the world. No one expected what happened next. The bidding kept rising. Millions of dollars. Tens of millions. Then even higher. The room fell silent as the final bid was placed. The auctioneer struck the gavel. The painting that Armin had once sold just to buy dinner was purchased for a staggering price, becoming one of the most expensive paintings ever sold. The art world was stunned. News outlets across the globe reported the story. And Armin, now an old man, sat quietly in front of a television screen. Tears rolled down his cheeks, not because of the money, but because he remembered all the days when people doubted him. An inspiring lesson. During an interview, a journalist asked him, "What is the secret to your success?" Armin smiled and answered, "I never painted to become rich. I painted because I loved it." When you do something with all your heart, the world may not appreciate it today, but one day, its value may become greater than you ever imagined. Armin's story teaches us that the true value of hard work is often invisible at the beginning of the journey. Many people give up because results do not come quickly, forgetting that success sometimes takes longer than expected. Do not let difficult circumstances stop you. Keep creating, keep learning, keep believing in your abilities. Because something the world considers ordinary today may become extraordinary tomorrow. And when that day comes, you will be grateful that you never gave up.